Is grammar actually important? Well, let's talk about that in today's video. Here's the thing. Most English learners believe that before they can speak, they need to master grammar rules. Otherwise, they'll make mistakes and embarrass themselves. But here's the truth. Grammar is not the most important part of speaking English fluently. My name is Michael Anton. I'm the founder of English at the Ready, and it's my goal to make you fluent in English. Today, I'm going to show you why focusing too much on grammar is actually slowing down your progress and how you can fix it starting today. And stay till the end because I'll reveal the one mindset shift that will transform the way you learn English. Let's get started. So, is grammar important? Yes, grammar is important, but it's not the most important thing. You can still communicate and have a conversation even if your grammar isn't perfect. You don't need to wait until you have perfect grammar to start speaking. You should always learn grammar and practice speaking in parallel. That means, yes, practicing grammar to build accuracy, but at the same time, speaking as much as possible to build confidence. Many learners get stuck because they think that they need perfect grammar before they can speak. That's not how language works. If you look at native speakers, they often don't speak with perfect grammar in casual conversations. For example, people say things like, there is two options, instead of there are two options. Or, me and my friend went there, instead of my friend and I went there. But guess what? Even though they're making mistakes, they're still understood. You can see grammar is helpful, but communication is what truly matters. And if you never start speaking, you'll never build the fluency and confidence you need. This brings up an interesting question. Would you rather have perfect grammar, but never feel confident to speak? Or feel confident to speak even if your grammar isn't perfect? Think about it. You could know every grammar rule in the English language, but if you're too afraid to speak, what's the point? Fluency in English is not about perfection. It's about communication. It's about connecting with people and having conversations. Your grammar will naturally get better the more you speak, listen, and engage in conversation. So your number one priority should be to get out there and to speak English. This is a big mindset shift for many students. People who wait until their grammar is perfect before they start speaking usually never start. And when they do, they struggle with confidence. But the people who focus on speaking first learn much faster. Because when you practice, you internalize grammar naturally. You don't have to memorize every rule. You'll start recognizing patterns just by hearing and using the language. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if I make mistakes? Won't people laugh at me? Let's talk about that. If you make a grammar mistake, people will laugh at you. That's a fear that lots of my students have. But it's not true. People don't actually care as long as they can understand you. Native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. And guess what? They can still understand each other. The goal isn't perfect grammar. It's being understood, and that means correct pronunciation, vocabulary, and speaking. So don't let fear hold you back. Speak up, make mistakes, and learn as you go. Again, most people aren't paying attention to your grammar. They're listening to what you mean and to what you're trying to say. Think about it this way. If someone in your country spoke your language with a few grammar mistakes, but you still understood them, would you laugh at them? No. You'd actually appreciate that they're making the effort to speak your language. It's the same in English. People care more about the message than they do about grammar. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to English at the Ready here on YouTube for more lessons. And if you want to improve your English with your computer, phone, and the internet completely free, make sure to watch my free 30-minute fluency training. If you want to improve your English this year, don't miss out on this amazing training. It's completely free. It's only 30 minutes long, and it's going to teach you a lot about becoming fluent in English using modern technology. So click the link in the description below to get the training. Now let's get back into today's video, and I want to talk to you about perfectionism. Perfectionism is ruining your English. If you're a perfectionist and you want to be perfect in English. I get it. I'm a perfectionist too. But here's the problem. Waiting until you're perfect means you'll never start. Imagine trying to paint a beautiful painting, but you never pick up the paintbrush because you're afraid your painting won't be perfect. And instead, your painting will never get finished. Learning English is exactly the same. You have to speak, make mistakes, and learn as you go. Fluency comes from progress, not perfection. So stop waiting and start speaking. Perfectionism can destroy your progress in language learning. Many students avoid speaking because they don't want to make mistakes. But the problem is, making mistakes is actually how you learn. Every fluent English speaker today, including native speakers, made thousands of mistakes when they were learning. And if you're still waiting to feel ready to speak, let me tell you this, that day will never come. You will never feel ready to speak English. You might think, I'll speak when my grammar or when my pronunciation is perfect, but that day will never come. Every time you speak, your brain gets better at English. And making mistakes is part of the learning process. Fluency comes with extensive practice, not from sitting around waiting to become fluent. The whole process of becoming fluent in a language is messy, and that's okay. The sooner you start speaking, the faster you'll improve. There's no magic moment when suddenly you'll feel fluent. Think of it like learning to drive a car. The first time you learn to drive, you're nervous. You make mistakes. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Speaking English is exactly the same. You're not going to learn to drive a car by reading about it online. You learn to drive a car by actually driving the car. And you learn to become fluent in a language by actually speaking the language. Now, I've talked about why grammar isn't as important as you might think, but yes, of course, it's still important to learn and to speak with proper grammar, but you have to do it the right way, and it has to be natural. This is the best way to learn grammar. Think about how a child learns their first language. They don't memorize grammar rules. They listen, imitate, and speak. They hear the same patterns over and over again, and that's how you should learn grammar too. Don't obsess over the rules. Immerse yourself in English just like a child would. Listen to native speakers, read books, watch movies, and most importantly, pay attention to patterns. Children learn by hearing real sentences in context, not by memorizing a textbook. And that's why immersion is so powerful. When you surround yourself with English, you start absorbing grammar naturally. And instead of memorizing rules, you should focus on consuming real content and using the language. The bottom line is you need to live your life as much as possible in English. And I teach you how to do this in my free fluency training. It's completely free, and it will show you exactly how to improve your English using just your computer, your phone, and the internet. You can watch the training for free by clicking the link in the description below. If you want to improve your English this year, I know this training is going to provide valuable insight into how you can actually use modern technology to improve your English and to become fluent. If you found this video helpful today, make sure to leave a like, let me know in the comments, and subscribe to English at the Ready here on YouTube so you don't miss any future lessons. Now, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is grammar important?